And parenting usually includes passing down financial knowledge to your kids.
But one Western Wisconsin family might get more money lessons than most. Financial planner Mike Koinen and his wife, Angie, have 9 kids. Before you think that sounds too expensive, hear how they make it work. WCCO's Liz Collin explains how a setback better prepared the children to face their own financial futures.
The best way to teach your children is by example.
He tackles portfolios and debt every day at his financial firms in Woodbury and Hudson, Wisconsin. But after the close of business at Principal Preservation Services, Mike Koinen is home for some real-life cost analysis.
Who thinks managing your money is important? Raise your hand.
From youngest to oldest, meet Ellie, Rye, Caleb, Elena, Tori, Sam, and Jess. Nicole and Gage are young adults now living on their own. That's 9 kids in all.
When we had our third, I said, we're done. And she says, no, we're not.
Married for 18 years, Mike and Angie have picked up plenty of their own financial lessons along the way. The hardest came in the late 2000s when Mike worked in real estate.
We're living off of the next sale.
But when sales nearly stopped, Mike's income dropped from nearly $200,000 a year to about $40,000, with 6 kids at home.
You had a cabin every weekend, you had the nice house, you had brand new SUVs. Then you find out that stuff really isn't the things that make you happy.
The recession served as a wake-up call to the Koinens, contemplating bankruptcy to get out from their $100,000 in debt from credit cards and medical bills. Instead, they bought old cars, moved to a more affordable house, and only paid for things in cash. It's when Mike also made a career change to financial planning.
I know they were in debt, and it's not a good thing to be in.
Along the way, they were honest with their kids about the mistakes they made.
I always keep money saved just because I don't want to be broke and not have any money. Like me.
Is Caleb the spender?
Those years are likely why they're all so candid about cash.
This one's for saving, this one is for spending, and this one is for giving.
The kids are taught to save and to always give 10%.
What do you got?
And the Koinens don't believe in allowance. Their kids are all expected to pitch in. If they do something extra, that's when they earn money.
If you guys are getting anything, you are buying it yourself?
Yes.
Mom now only shops with a list and always buys in bulk.
It's definitely more economical to do it that way.
Perhaps the biggest lesson from the Koinens revolves around college. Mike recommends parents never pay for all of it.
Almost half of the millennials are getting financial help from their parents still. They're instilling something wrong at a young age where they're constantly needing help.
Above all, Mike says we should make our kids part of the money conversation so they're better prepared for the future.
You know, they understand what it costs to eat out. They understand what gas costs.
He talks about money a lot?
Yeah.
A team approach to the family finances they can only hope will lead to 9 healthy bottom lines. Liz Collin, WCCO 4 News.
Koinen only recommends consumers use credit cards for the rewards and to never carry a balance. He says it's best for families to take stock of their expenses every 2 weeks to see if they are on budget. And he says parents shouldn't be afraid of making kids a part of that conversation too.